already.
Welcome to another Sunday night here at How We Cruise. Thank you all for joining us. I'm muted down here. Are you muted over
I'm
there?
muted. I just said we've never been so ready.
Ready.
We were actually like counting down the timer. Never happens.
Yeah, so we're all ready and all dressed up. No place to go.
Katie's like, Mom, why'd you rip your t-shirt? Because I like the neck open. Whatever.
Oh boy. Well,
hey guys,
yeah,
happy Sunday.
It's been a little bit of a busy week. Made sure we got all unpacked.
Well,
no, we didn't do that yet.
We're adjusting to getting home. So we got home exactly 1 week ago. It feels like it was a year ago. Guys, it feels like it was forever ago. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we just got home from the Anthem of the Seas last Sunday.
Yeah. So for anybody who's new joining us this week, hopefully some of you from the ship are joining us. If you are, hashtag Anthem in the chat. I'm Brian. This is Julie. Welcome to How We Cruise. If you found yourself here mistakenly, too bad you're stuck here for the next hour. You're gonna have to stick around.
We're funny.
So
if you can hear, enjoy. I still have a little bit of cruise cred. I got a little cruise cred.
Is that what they're calling it nowadays?
I don't know. Like I do. I have a little bit of a cough, a little bit of congestion, but it didn't hit me until a little bit after we were home, and Katie came down with it today. So I don't know.
Yeah, but
I'm fine.
It's been a busy week. It's been a long week getting the kids back to school, back to their sports, back to all the stuff that goes on at home when you're not enjoying yourself on a cruise ship, and just life. And 1 week till Thanksgiving.
I was going to say Thanksgiving is this week.
Yeah, less month till Christmas, and 69 days until Icon.
Woosah. Yeah, there's so much to do. And tomorrow we're heading into the city because tomorrow I have a quick test because as if we didn't have enough to do, I have to have a minor procedure, a quick little surgery
a week before Christmas.
It'll be fine. It'll be quick. It'll be easy. But if you know, you know. Yeah, we got a lot to do.
We do.
Love you.
But a bunch of people have taken time out of their Sunday night to come in and say hello to us. So we do want to talk tonight. Tonight we are talking about the last ship that we were on, the good, the less than good, and we want to know your thoughts. So as we talk about it, please make sure you're commenting in the chat. Let us know what you think. Was it your favorite ship? If you were on the ship with us, was it your favorite ship? If you've ever sailed on Anthem of the Seas before, top ship, not top ship. Let us know what you're thinking here. But first in the chat, we had the Cruise Nuts. So thank you guys for joining us. Kyle is here with us as well. Mom is with us this evening. Mom, make sure you get to bed on time so that way you can watch the kids in the morning.
Mom's going to be here nice and early so we can get into the city by 8 a.m. We live an hour outside of the city. So
Michael and Maria are here. Nice to see you guys. We are going to have dinner sometime soon. We got to take care of that.
Yes. Definitely. We'd love to do that. Head into
Mr.
the city,
Chris Cram joining us all the way from the snowy north. Is it snowing up by you right now? Let's see. Julie Amos is here from sunny California.
Me and the kids were just having.
We're all over the country tonight.
A conversation about that tonight, about how snowy we were going to have a winter. I don't know.
Shayna and Mark are here. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Thank you. Richard says, Julie, you better kick that by Thursday. Are we seeing you again? Are you stopping by?
No, I know. I need to kick it. It's on its way out. I mean, it's just a little bit of.
Cheryl's here. Cruising is fun at any time. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you. Lori's here as well. And Amy is here. We have a great cruise on the Anthem. So thank you for joining us in the chat. We wanted to hear what you have to say. So let us know. We asked the kids earlier. We wanted to know what they had to say. Is this a kid's ship? Is this an adult ship? What's going on with this ship? This Anthem of the Seas that spends half of its time in Bayonne, New Jersey, and the other half of its time over in the UK.
And it's headed to Alaska.
Right now?
No, not right now, but it's going to be heading to Alaska. But But
maybe it belongs there.
1,000,000% a cold weather ship.
Ooh, comment. Hey, we're only 5 minutes in. We already got the best comment of the night. Ready? Here it is.
Yay! I'm so happy, guys. Like, nobody ever says that they find them. I know that they're found because we can't ever they're always gone. But
well, either somebody's throwing them overboard, or we hide them really well, or something. I don't know. So
no, that's awesome.
That's good.
And where'd you find it? If you remember, I don't know, because we don't remember where we find them. The kids sometimes remember where they find them. That's awesome. So happy to have you here. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Will G.
So Anthem of the Seas.
It was our first quantum class.
It was our first quantum.
So we haven't been on any of the others. But you got Odyssey. Quantum.
Odyssey. Spectrum.
Spectrum. Okay. Yeah. And then Anthem. I think that's it, right? There's 4. Anyway, it was our first quantum class. And we love leaving out of Bayonne. I loved the decor of the ship. It's beautiful. It's a really pretty ship.
So we'll start it with, so we have, so right out of the gate here, Julie, I think I would have enjoyed Anthem. I think I can read. I think I could have enjoyed what the Anthem offered more without so many kids. Not that they were bad or anything, just lines for the fun stuff. Lines for the fun stuff. Great ship though. That was one of the things we were talking about. And so what we did.
So let's preface it with we went on what we call in New Jersey, Jersey Week. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nobody else, even people from Jersey, don't necessarily know what Jersey Week is. What Jersey Week is it's the first week in November, the Thursday and Friday. All the public schools have off because there's teachers' convention. So they want to allow the teachers that our teachers union wants to allow the teachers to be able to participate in that. So all the schools have off. It always coincides with Election Day on Tuesday, and a lot of the schools are polling places. So, why are you laughing? I'm not reading. You're reading as I'm talking. So anyway, a lot of the schools are polling places. Our kids missed 2 half days of school. We try not to miss a lot of school. Some schools have off the entire week. So it's kind of like fall break for New Jersey. So we call it Jersey Week. So we called this group cruise Anthem Takes Jersey Week, because typically people used to go down to Disney World.
They still do.
But you're right. But
we just took a bunch of them with us.
Dude, we can get on a cruise out of Bayonne. Why would we fly down to Disney and go spend all that money down there when we can hop on a cruise? So we called it Anthem Takes Jersey Week.
Right. So us, along with 4,700 almost of our closest friends, embarked in Bayonne and headed down to the Bahamas, inclusive of 1,700 kids.
1,700 kids were on this ship, guys. The ship holds 4,500 people.
Technically
between 4,000 and 5,000 people.
4,900, and it was
1,700 of them were kids, guys. That means under the age of 18, according to Royal Caribbean's statistics.
Shayna says we enjoyed parts of the Anthem, but are excited for new ships to come to Bayonne. Love the company the most. I couldn't agree more. And most of the entertainment was really good. I think that was so. That's one of the topics we kind of interviewed the kids tonight before we came on. We prepared. No, Chris, there was no spreadsheet.
There's always a spreadsheet.
It's kind of there's no formulas.
We were on the phone yesterday, and here, literally we were having a conversation, and he opens up his computer and starts a spreadsheet in the middle of the conversation.
It was relevant,
guys.
It was relevant.
There's a spreadsheet for everything. But no, he actually used pen and paper for this one.
Chris said Anthem was okay. Doesn't compare to Oasis, Miss Boardwalk, and Playmaker. And that's definitely one of the things that
right on, spot on.
People always ask us, what's your favorite ship? And every single time I give the same answer. I can't tell you my favorite ship until I've sailed them all. But we do learn things on each ship that we go on, and on each class of ship that we go on, we learn what works for us and what doesn't work for us and what may work for others.
How we cruise is not necessarily how you cruise, but how we cruise is, I don't think Anthem is top of either one of our lists. We did not like it. Like I said, it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. And we're going to talk about all the highlights of it, but it's definitely not our favorite ship. So it's not my favorite ship. I won't speak for you. Sorry.
Amy said they had 6, 8, and 16-year-olds on the ship. They cruised Oasis in May.
They had
and they liked Anthem as well. That's 2 comments. It's thing there, but we were also
Amy,
on
which
Oasis.
did you like better? Did you like Oasis better, or did you like Anthem better?
It's like asking who your favorite child is.
Not really. I like Oasis better. Because we've sailed Oasis a few times.
Favorite child too, apparently.
No, I don't. But I do like Oasis.
They might not all be asleep yet.
I like Oasis better than I like Anthem. And I'll tell you why. Let's tell them why. So what do you want to talk about first?
Well, Michael and Maria say, I had a great time, but prefer the Oasis class ships.
Yeah.
So before I want to get to these last, I'm going to go upside down. I'm going to do this last.
You lead, I'll follow.
So why? Julie says the shows were fabulous. I only didn't care for one of them. So let's start with entertainment. Let's start there. Since Julie brought it up. We'll go right down that path. What did you think overall of the entertainment?
Did you see what I did there?
Yep.
I asked him first, and then he still tried to strong arm me. No, what do you think?
What did I think?
Mm-hmm.
I think that everybody has a place on the ship where they enjoy napping.
Wow, I didn't think you were going to go there. I do have a picture of you taking a nap.
No, we
I love Royal Caribbean's entertainment. I think their performers are top notch. And even the shows that I don't enjoy, we've said before that we're not a fan of cats, but the performers are phenomenal. I am not in the majority here because everybody I talk to love entertainment. Read the comments. I know that there's people in the comments that are going to say that how much they love the entertainment. I didn't particularly care for the entertainment on the ship. I thought that the performers were spectacular. I thought they were phenomenal.
That's kind of across the line.
Except for revoiced. They were. I absolutely love them. They were, and because I love acapella. They were an acapella group, and they were just awesome. Because I love acapella. But the other shows, but I was in the minority even amongst our own family. So,
well, and I tell you what. So Royal Caribbean, one of the things they do really well is entertainment. They do hire the best performers, and we've been on different lines. And I will say, I personally feel that the performers on Royal Caribbean are the best. I think that's true. Yeah. I don't necessarily enjoy every storyline or every show or everything.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I mean, I give all the performers on all the lines like super top credit. I mean, they're all amazing. I feel like with the shows that we've seen recently on both Royal and on different lines, I feel like that's where Royal's putting their money. Like some of the other lines are putting their money into other places.
We like NCL too.
We'll talk about food in a minute because I don't think that's where Royal's putting their money. But the entertainment is definitely top notch. So Spectre's Cabaret, I thought it was a little weird for the kids.
No, the kids, they just saw dancing and whatever. Yeah. I love those wigs. I'm not even kidding. I think that me and Cindy and Jay have our Halloween costumes for next year, guys. I'm not even kidding you. Jay's not in here. He's not in here yet. He might pop in, but listen, I'm trying not to lose. I'm not kidding you. Those wigs were killer.
There's some good comments that I don't want to lose.
Okay,
we're on topic. So we'll just pause very, very briefly to say, Amy said that it was an amazing ship and a great cruise. Granted, we are new to cruising, but we are hooked. And if you're hooked, Amy, you need to reach out to us because next Jersey week,
come with us.
You want to come with us. And I only do it for a minute. Royal Caribbean's Freedom of the Seas.
I hate the ticker at the bottom of the screen.
Well, it doesn't all fit at once, so I have to scroll it.
Okay.
But we're doing it again next Jersey week, but this time we're going to do it out of Florida, so it's warm the whole time as opposed to just 3 days.
Yeah. And we have other group cruises too. So other stuff coming up and other stuff that we have already planned.
We spent a lot of time working on that today, actually. Yep. So that's all right. We'll hide this.
Thank you.
If you have questions about Freedom of the Seas, you have to message us because Julie doesn't like the ticker.
I don't like the ticker.
So, but let's see here. The entertainment, We Will Rock You was a great show. It's a show. It's a Broadway style show. It was in the main theater. Lots of great music, lots of great performing.
Awesome music. Awesome, great, great performance. Really good stuff. I didn't care for the storyline. I love the songs. I love the singing. So I guess
the storyline was good.
I'll preface it too.
Gotta save rock and roll.
I was a little off my game too because Kev got a bloody nose right before the show. So I was a little on edge before we watched it. We did watch it too at 2 actually. We watched it at 2:00 as a matinee, which we don't normally do. So I think everything about it was a little off of how we typically cruise.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there? But I mean, it was a good show. But what did the kids say? Because we polled them. So we asked them to give us stars on a 5-star scale.
And all three of them gave We Will Rock You 5 out of 5. Well, Kev knocked it
and they were
he said he was
quick
confused.
to jump on it too.
Yeah.
They were Katie's jumping out of her seat. She's 5, 5, 5. And then Brian's yeah, definitely 5. Kev's yeah, definitely 5. They loved it. Katie actually said it's the first show that she's ever watched, first performance she's ever watched, where she followed the storyline and she understood the whole thing. She's getting older. She's 8. She's getting older. But she not only appreciated the music and liked watching the show, but she actually followed the whole storyline and appreciated it for what it was. So I thought that was really cool.
Let's see here. Looks like we had some new people join us. Oh, there it is. We had Sharon Asias joined us. Nice to see you guys.
Hey guys.
I feel like it's been forever since we've talked. Laura from 5 Hungry Travels is here. Says they're going on Wonder of the Seas next, and I'm worried it won't be as much entertainment as I want.
Oh, I don't know if you have to worry about that.
You have to worry about that.
I think you'll be okay.
It's not going to be your Virgin Voyages style entertainment.
But we haven't been on Wonder yet, but I can't wait to hear what you think about it. So please let us know. We have to talk to them.
Yes,
we haven't talked to you in forever. So.
We have to talk to them about joining us.
Yeah. They're local
November
to us, guys,
3rd of 2024 on Freedom of the Seas from Fort Lauderdale. Shana said, should we jump to this? Since we're kind of on entertainment, so we'll stay. Now, we missed the gift. Well, we saw part of the gift. But cruising with kids, sometimes you just got to know when to punt.
We had an argument this day. Okay, so this is what happened. I like trying.
What happened was,
I like trying the shows. I really enjoy entertainment. I love supporting the performers, but really, I enjoy watching the shows, and the kids do too. So we're gonna go to the show. So Brian actually decides he's gonna watch with Granddad. He's watching the football game, and me and Katie and Kev and you and other people from our group decide to go to the show. Well, we wanted to get a good seat, so we go down and we realize the seats in the theater on Anthem in the middle are very, very low.
Not conducive to kids.
And they literally could not see. Their heads were level with the seat in front of them because we were towards the back, in the middle, down on the bottom. So we knew that we had to move. Excuse me, sorry. First grad. So we get up and we move further down, but off to the side. Definitely still in a spot where we could. We always, with kids, you just have to you have to know that you have an escape plan because you just never know what's going to happen.
Always
even just potty breaks, right? You don't want to distract the performers. So we couldn't sit right on the end because all the seats were filling up. So we were a couple people in, and the show starts, and it's got kind of a skeleton-y kind of vibe. It was
it starts with the story of a goat.
Ghosts.
As soon as they said the word ghost,
as soon as it started, Katie's no way, I'm not watching this, Mom. I'm out. Peace out. So I'm like, okay, what do we do? Now she's telling me this as she's sitting on my left. You're on my right, Kevin. Actually, Katie's my left. It's me. It's Kevin, and then it's you. And then there's 2 other people, I think, on your other side. 2 or maybe 3. But there's another gentleman on Katie's other side, and he is not happy that I'm let's just watch it. And I'm like, so I realized like, this is not going to work. Like, we have to quietly, respectfully, peacefully escape. Guys, this happens. So for all of you naysayers that are like, I can't believe people got up in the middle of the show. Like, listen, it would be more distracting for us to stay. So we had to leave. But I was not happy that we had to leave. I was not happy that the kids decided that they were going to see the show and then decided they weren't going to have it. I was not happy that we moved our seats 3 times. I was not happy with you moving our seats.
So overall,
and I took it out on Brian. I'm like, Brian, I can't believe this. Like, I was not happy. I was just not happy.
Overall, thumbs up or thumbs down on the entertainment on Royal Caribbean's Anthem of the Seas?
It's not my favorite entertainment for Royal Caribbean, but the kids seem to love it.
Yeah.
Except for the gift. I loved Revoiced.
So Shayna makes a great comment. Danny was a great cruise director. Now, typically when you talk cruise directors, the first thing that comes to mind is Carnival. They're loud. They're in your face. They're a lot of fun. They're bringing the party. They're making your vacation a lot of fun. Royal Caribbean's cruise directors are typically a little bit more behind the scenes, a little more subdued, a little bit more coordinatory kind of thing. And Danny was a lot of fun. He was involved in the games at the pool. He was
my favorite Royal Caribbean cruise director that we've had so far, by far.
Which was a little atypical for Royal Caribbean, but we're very happy. Now, granted, we are going to be on Icon of the Seas.
You were great.
If we can ever find your social media, then maybe you'll see this, but you're hiding, so we'll find you. But we will be on Icon of the Seas in January for the inaugural sailing, and we have heard that Mike, who's the cruise director for Icon, is one of the best. So I'm excited to hear.
I can't imagine that they would put anyone but.
Yes, we met a lot of crew.
So one of the things that we heard about Icon, because we talked to a lot of crew, we met a lot of crew that are good at the on Icon. Guys, we cannot wait to see you again.
I hope you're watching.
Yeah, we're definitely
probably busy working.
I'm sure they're busy working, but we're definitely going to say hello. I know that. We definitely connected with some people. That's really awesome. Can't wait to see you. But what they said is that Icon is encouraging the staff that's on to be staff that has already been on ships that have been new.
Yes.
So like, what do you inaugurals, but like the bringing ships about.
Delivering ships.
Yeah, delivery ships. So yeah, that was really cool. We met some really awesome stuff, and I was surprised at how many that we met that were going to be on Icon.
And we're not. I mean, maybe it's weird to follow crew members around, but we know that there's other friends of ours that do that.
We remember you. If we've talked to you as a crew,
hold on.
We remember you,
Richard,
and we talk about you.
I'm very proud of you, Richard, because you were able to recognize from the glass that we're kind of quietly celebrating tonight, because
I still have water.
We are dropping our little hints as to what's coming up, but we shall see.
I do have my martini here.
But 1792 may be
I'll have a sip here. Cheers.
1792 may be a little bit of a hint.
Yeah.
Tracy, thank you for joining us, Tracy. Nice to see you. Says they have Anthem again in April and Symphony in August. Now we may do Symphony in
Symphony. We have not been
July,
on Symphony yet. We've been
August,
on Harmony and Oasis.
We might try July. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Well, there's a reason.
All right.
But we'll see.
On any cruise you want to take me on.
Shayna says, I'm glad you get to see Ashvin again. He was great. Yes. We're glad we get to see Ashvin again.
That was so cool.
Nothing like bringing your bartender with you to your new cruise ship. Anybody else do that?
There's a bunch of other
does anybody else bring their
bartender
bartender with them? Michael and Maria. Oh, are you doing Symphony in May? The 8th day. I saw Tony Diaz in here earlier. I don't know if I said hello to you yet, Tony. Hello. But Tony recommended the first sailing of Symphony in May, where it's actually going to hit Labadee and Coco Cay.
Oh, that's an awesome itinerary. Like, we have to find a time that we can do that itinerary.
We're getting off topic.
Okay, sorry. Keep us on. Let's go.
For the people watching the replay, we're going to get back on topic now. So thank you for not fast forwarding too much. What did you think of the food?
The food was great. I love the food.
What was your favorite? So we asked the kids, and let us know down in the comments if you were on Anthem with us. What was your favorite food? What was your favorite? Could be your favorite meal, your favorite place to eat. No, Tony. We still want to do that one, but like it's right in the middle of the kids' baseball season.
Tony, please keep begging him.
Katie's,
because I'm telling you, he's the one you have to convince.
That week is like everything going on. The kids have a concert, and Katie's got a gymnastics and the baseball, and
Katie had her first competition this past weekend. It was yesterday. She did so awesome.
Thank you all for your kind comments on Facebook.
Yeah, she did so awesome. I was so proud of her, and she didn't realize how good she did, and she really did. She did well.
Yes, Chris is right.
So now we're really getting off topic.
Chris says get back to the spreadsheet.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
The food was great. I thought the lobster night was probably our best lobster night ever. The lobster was really good. I don't always like the lobster on lobster night because I feel like they rush through it and sometimes it's rubbery and they don't whatever. I thought that the lobster was amazing. And we like the main dining room. I just love the main dining room.
I love the atmosphere of the main dining room, but I got to be honest with you. That setup on that ship for the main dining room was not my favorite layout.
Yeah,
you did not like that. I at first didn't like it, which fortunately we were able to fix, but they had our entire group in one dining room and us somewhere completely else, which to all of you who were part of the group, I swear and promise you that was not done intentionally, and we fixed it.
No, when you do a group cruise, with Royal, what we do is we fill out a form ahead of time. We let them know. We do. It's almost like a wedding seating thing. We say like how we want things to be like organized, at least in general, right? So I mean, we know they're going to work their best, but we don't expect that you're going to take everybody, put them in one area, and then take one table and put them in an entire different dining room.
We asked for one table of 50, and they said no. I'm not really sure why. No,
but it worked out. They're so awesome. They work with us super fast, and they fixed it right away.
Not
the first night, which doesn't always happen. Sometimes you have to wait a night. Yeah. Sometimes they say, "I'm sorry, we can't fix this until tomorrow," but they actually fixed it day one, which was amazing. Thank you.
Tracy says it looks like next year they took lobster off the main dining room menu.
Wow, I did not see that, Tracy. Thanks for that heads up.
They've been talking about doing that, but that second formal night, usually they try to pull it off. I've heard that it might be there, but it might be for a charge. It won't be.
I think it'll always be there for a charge because I think people want that option. But I could, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
So let's see.
Loved the food.
Oh, Tracy said they were replacing it with shrimp.
I'm okay with that. I love shrimp. Whatever.
But so anyways, we asked the kids on their favorite food.
Well, hold on.
What?
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, I'll let you talk about this in a minute.
Okay. Yeah.
But so Brian said his favorite was still the main dining room. Mm-hmm. Katie's favorite was her morning room service, where we order donuts and coffee to the room.
Because we get donuts and coffee, and Katie eats 3 donuts for breakfast.
Now, I know this is a surprise.
Only on vacation, guys. I know it's vacation.
I know this is a surprise. My favorite was Sorrento's.
I loved Sorrento's on the ship. And I will tell you,
because you made friends with Gustavo.
Oh, yes. I love it.
You have to make sure you're following Gustavo on social media. What's his Instagram?
Social media. Yeah, we'll have to tag it, and we'll tag it below after this.
We'll add his
link. We'll put his link. But Gustavo was awesome. But no, I'm not even kidding you. It was a different dough. Mm-hmm. I'm with 1,000,000% for as many times as I've been on Oasis. I'm telling you right now, it was not the same pizza that I've had on Oasis. Oasis has like it's got like, you could tell like it's like a frozen with like holes in it, like whatever dough. This was, I'm sure, same one, but it didn't have those holes, and it was better pizza. It was better. Now we're getting Anthem, better pizza.
We're getting a lot of votes in the comments here for Taste of Royal. Mike and Maria said they enjoyed it. Shana is a fan, and Chris Graham says they'll be doing Taste of Royal on their next cruise, which will be getting back in touch with you on. So we have your head.
And you guys, they did.
Well, that's what I was going to get to. So now nobody. Okay. I don't think anybody tried Wonderland. We got a couple votes in here for Chops and
yes, people did do Wonderland. Who did Wonderland? Course. They did Wonderland. Yeah, they did Wonderland.
Amy says they did Jamie's and Chops and loved both. We're definitely a fan of those as well. But there is one thing that we tried on this ship that we have not gotten the opportunity to do before. And I'll let you start with that before I lead into one of my favorite things.
Okay.
So go ahead with
So we got to eat in the Coastal Kitchen. So we only opted to do this one night because we were in a suite. So we were able to go to the Coastal Kitchen. So we made a reservation.
Mike and Maria did Wonderland.
Mike and Maria did. Okay, awesome. I remember talking to somebody who said that it was a pleasurable experience to try, but they wouldn't do it again. I don't remember who said that though. Anyway, Coastal Kitchen. So absolutely loved our location. I loved our seats. I love the atmosphere and I love the service. The food was awesome as well. The food was very good. I'm so glad that we did it. I liked it. I don't need to do it every night, and I still love the main dining room. So, I mean, we had phenomenal servers, and that was a night that actually little Brian, he excused himself. He was feeling a little seasick, and he excused himself, and we actually took his dinner to go and brought it back to him at the room.
Anthem was a little less stable than the other ships we've been on. Granted, we've been on Oasis class ships a lot more frequently, and those things are kind of wide. But Tony says Chops is always a favorite, unless on an Oasis class. Then it's 150 Central Park. We have not gotten to
we
try
haven't done 150.
So
I think that's next.
We'll have to add that to the list.
That's the next one.
We'll have to add that to the list, definitely. But
we saw Crams in Coastal Kitchen. Yeah.
Laura has a question. Do you think coastal servers are more attentive?
I do.
I'm going to say yes, but I'm not going to say. I'm going to say yes.
I don't.
But they also have less tables.
I think you're absolutely correct there. I think there are less tables. I don't necessarily think they're more attentive. I think that they're more responsive. And this is not a negative to any server in the main dining room, but I do think that there's things at the main dining room because they have more tables or because they have whatever, and they're so busy, they can't always accommodate you for things. And I think that they're a little bit more willing to go it's because it's a different category, these are people who are either, diamond or up or in suites or whatever. So they make some more exceptions. I don't know. I don't know how to say that without sounding whatever, but so yeah, I do. I think they're a little bit more not attentive, just there's more exceptions.
So I'm watching the comments here, and it looks like the resounding response here is the best meal was Taste of It. So we'll have to try it. We have not tried it.
I've done Taste of It, and I've looked at it every cruise, but it's always at a time that is difficult for us with kids.
Traveling with kids is definitely, we don't get to try everything. I mean, this was our first opportunity to try Coastal Kitchen, which Tracy has a question that we're going to have to get back to you on, because I don't know if I have a straight answer. So if anybody Tony, you might have the answers. You've stayed in more suites than us. My son has a junior suite, and I'm in a balcony. Will I be able to get into Coastal Kitchen with him for dinner? Now, the Coastal Kitchen is meant for suite guests only.
Yes.
However,
I'm going to say this.
I think if he made a reservation,
I think if he went and talked to the maitre d' or whoever's at the whatever, if you went and if he made a request because you're traveling with him, I think that they would accommodate that. No problem. I don't think it would be every night. I don't think it would be all the time. I don't think it would be whatever. But I definitely think that they would make that accommodation for you.
I think so.
That's just a guess, though. I mean, I'm not a royal representative, either are you, but
I played one on TV. But I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
You're so funny.
I have to highlight this before we get off of food, because I want to move off of food because I have some other things I want to talk about. But before I get off of food, I have to show this one comment because I am not a foodie. Julie is the one that we revolve our nice meals around. I let her pick the nice meals. But Chris
you don't
says,
like food at all.
Brian's looking at her. Chris says, Chef's Table is awesome if you can swing it. Now, we did Chef's Table on Oasis for our anniversary dinner.
Yeah.
And it was,
I want to come back to that
one of the best meals that I've had on a ship. And that's mainly because, for those of you who don't know, most of you I believe do, I am a pretty picky eater. And when I saw what that menu was for a Chef's Table, I'm like, this is going to be terrible. I'm doing this for my I'm doing this for my wife. Like, I'm going to go there and
every course had seafood.
Make sure she's happy.
Except for the filet. And maybe the flight game was shrimp. I don't even know.
They sat down, and normally I just say, I'm allergic to seafood. Now, if you
that's his easy out. He's not allergic. Well,
maybe I am.
Maybe you are.
Go back and watch the New Orleans vlogs.
Yeah.
There's a
you might have a sensitivity because when you actually did try it, you had a reaction. No.
It was not good.
But you just said no seafood, and they brought you out course after course after course that had zero seafood, and you absolutely loved it.
And it was some things that I had never tried before, but it was all good. There was not a single thing that was not good. But yes, Tracy, we will look into that and send us a message through Facebook, and we'll find an answer for you on that one. Tony says, Brian, don't get up. I have never booked a suite. I'd rather spend my money in other places.
Tony,
we were talking about this.
Let me just tell you, the reason that we booked the suite was because we're a family of 5. We have 3 kids, and it was legit when we booked, because prices fluctuate. There's prevailing rates. When we booked, it was cheaper to put our family of 5 in a junior suite than it was to put us in one cabin of 5 or 2 cabins that were close to each other, or adjoining or next to each other.
Hey, you know what they call that? A segue.
I'm gonna sneeze.
One of my favorite things.
The only reason we did it was because it was cheaper for us to do it that way, which was really cool. So
one of the things that got us into this travel agency business is the fact that we travel as a family of 5. And
I mean, so when Julie leaves me behind and goes on ships by herself. But when you travel as a family of 5, hey Mom, are you still in here? Can you watch the kids?
When you travel as a family of 5, it's very difficult to find a affordable cruise ship configuration. Now, we like Royal Caribbean because of their kids sail free deal. Mm-hmm. So our kids are all under the age of 12. So when we go and put them in one room,
not for long.
Yeah,
Ryan's about
we got about a year left. 6 months left. As long as they're in one room, they are just port fees and taxes when that sale is running. So that's a good value for us. But on this ship, the only 5 passenger rooms were junior suites and suites. There were other suites, but we booked that junior suite. And let me tell you,
we could have done 2 rooms next to each other, but it was cheaper to do us all, both in one room. Best room we ever had.
Best room I've ever had.
And it had nothing to do with it being a junior suite. It was just the best room we ever had for a family of 5. If you're traveling with kids, if you're traveling, whatever, with extra people, 5 of us, super roomy, super comfortable. We had 2 bathrooms. Now, there's 2 different configurations of these junior suites because some of them were spa class that were converted. Some of them have a tub and a shower, and then another shower and toilet. And the one that we had was like a half bath where it just had a sink and a toilet, and then another toilet and a shower. Was not a super huge fan of the shower, but loved having 2 toilets with a family of 5. Oh my God. It was like somebody could be taking a shower and somebody else could be brushing their teeth or going to the bathroom or whatever. What?
Does your brain ever move faster than the person you're talking to's mouth? Because Julie said one person could be taking a shower, and I thought she was going to say, and the other could be taking. I cracked myself up. Yeah.
14 years. Wedded bliss.
Hey, Chris Schiller is here. Nice to see you, sir. 500 Traveler says,
"Can't wait this by now, but
can't wait for a room tour." Now, we actually did this right on this one.
Yeah,
when we first got on the ship,
you went back to the room and did a room tour while I took the kids out.
Yeah.
Yep. So we do have a nice room tour, and Brian's going to practice his editing skills.
Yeah,
and do that.
I am gonna edit.
So guys, when it's late, it's not me this time.
I'm also going to edit the ship tour because I did a ship tour early one morning. So yeah. we got a ship tour and we got a room tour. So we're delving out of our comfort zone of the daily vlog, and we're going to add in. We're going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to add in a ship tour. We're going to add in a room tour, and we'll see if we can get those out now. Julie's current schedule for releasing the vlog so are you planning on releasing the embarkation of Anthem before or after my retirement?
I am currently working on finishing our June cruise right now. I was thinking of combining the last 2 sea days, but I think it might still have to be divided into day 6 and day 7. I'm not sure because I'm still working on it. That will be up very, very, very soon. And then I can work on this one.
Richard says, when will these be released? Not tonight.
I mean, the struggle is real.
We've been taking editing lessons from
I'm gonna
John
have a lot more
Flakeout.
time to be able to sit in front of my computer though when I'm recovering. So like if you missed in the very beginning, I said a week before Christmas I do have to have a minor procedure. So or I don't know if it's super minor, but it's fine. I'm fine. But I do have to. So I'll be sitting.
So Julie said this sailing was so different for everything I did, so I could be with the group, and that was great. And I tell you what, that was one of the things that we said about this ship was it was so different from what we are used to. And we sail a lot of Royal, so that was even interesting for us. But I tell you, I did have a few favorites. I do want to bounce back to entertainment just for a minute because there are 3 entertainment venues that we spent a lot of time in, and I would say 2 out of 3 off the charts.
Go for it.
So we'll start with now. I typically love the pub. When we're on an Oasis class ship, I love going into the pub. I love the sing-alongs with the guitar guy. This pub was not quite as alive as the pub on Oasis class ships.
I wonder if it's because
it was just maybe.
Or maybe it was, the performer was good.
He was good.
He wasn't bad at all.
He was good.
I don't know. But yeah, you're right. We always get a better vibe on the Oasis class ships.
I mean, when I walk into the pub on an Oasis class ship, people cheer. It's in the vlog, so it's true. It's on the internet. It's true. You have to find it in the vlogs. But it was nobody cheered when I walked in. We were not welcomed in that pub.
No, it was pretty empty.
On the last night.
It was pretty empty every night. It was actually it was never hopping. The only time it was hopping, I think, is when we did our awards thing last
Hey, we bring the party. But there were 2 other music venues on that ship that I think were well above average. And one was the Music Hall, which is a 2-story venue.
That was the best music hall we've ever been in. No, hands down. That was definitely the best music hall we've ever been in. It was the most hopping. It was the best band. It was probably the band.
You had a very good.
What they were called? What were they called? Iconic Band. They were
fantastic.
You guys were amazing. I mean, Iconic Band was phenomenal. They just played every demographic. They were great with the kids. They were great with the adults.
Mm-hmm.
It It was awesome. They were super awesome.
You had a really good experience on Oasis with Aeromyth, though, which was less than a good experience when they were in.
But that was just like their little set.
Yeah.
And then it was over. Like, Iconic Band was there. Like, they were there all the time. And they were playing like crazy. And they were there just like, and they did every set like all the time. And it was just the place to be. So
yes,
awesome,
Richard,
awesome.
We're referring to the Brass and Bach that's down on the deck for Royal Esplanade.
Yeah.
And it was just it was right outside of Sorrento's, so we would go get our pizza, and then we wanted to go in and grab a drink.
We actually would eat our pizza sometimes in the pub. Yeah.
Julie says didn't care for the music hall. It was so crowded, but the music was good. And I'll tell you what, it was crowded.
It was, yeah.
Because the music was good.
Because the music was good, yeah.
Now, if you went upstairs, there were some pool tables in the back, and there was a bar upstairs and some nice seating. And the music wasn't quite as loud, and it wasn't crowded. It was nice back
to the side where you could see things going on. But a bunch of other people that we were traveling with were like the dancers of the cruise and loved being out on the dance floor. And they were just, they were tearing up a rug. They were dancing everywhere and involved in everything. It was awesome to see.
One of my favorite venues on a Royal Caribbean ship is the Schooner Bar.
Yeah, I love Schooner Bar.
And on embarkation day, I got really bad news.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I had heard that my buddy Vancy was going to be on the ship in the Schooner Bar, and I was so excited that he was going to be there.
Because we had met him on a previous sailing.
And
he's awesome.
If you get the opportunity to meet Vancy on a ship, he's one of the best. But I tell you, Nick gave you a run for your money.
Nick was awesome, too.
Nick was really, really good.
What Nick did was he had so many of these like mashup songs where he would just put like part of a song here and part of a song there and put them together. And like, he was really talented at that. Really, really good. And we love the Schooner Bar. And I loved the layout of the Schooner Bar so much better than some of the others. I can speak for Liberty of the Seas.
Liberty is in a weird spot.
I can speak for Oasis of the Seas. I can speak for Harmony of the Seas. But like the layout of this Schooner Bar was just very flowing. The bar was in the middle. There was open seating. Sorry, guys. It was just really easy. So.
All right. So that's our. Now the one thing we didn't really talk. So let's take 2 minutes real quick and talk about the Seaplex, because the Seaplex is a unique venue to the Quantum class ships that we really didn't discuss much. And when we talked to the kids, we said, give us your top 3 favorite things and give us 3 things that you didn't like so much. And all the kids said that they really liked the Seaplex. But I felt like the Seaplex had some very high pros, but also some cons, because the things that they do in that Seaplex, you've got your bumper cars, you've got your roller skating, you've got your cornhole tournament, you've got your laser tag. What else did they do?
That was really cool to see them set up and tear down, because they did this whole thing.
But those events, a lot of people want to get into them, and the Royal Caribbean app needs some work. It was very difficult to sign up for some of these things. And that includes iFly, that includes North Star, that includes a lot of these things where we had, and I know a lot of people, members of our group, had the same difficulties getting reservations for these things. There are times that these things are complimentary. You just have to reserve them in advance. And I actually talked to the sports manager who said that he's like, I'm the one who releases them at 6:00. And I'm like, well, you didn't do a very good job.
Well, he did. But what happens is you have to close out of the app and reopen the app. And if you don't know that, you don't get a reservation. Yeah. So like literally we knew it was going to open. We knew we were going to be able to try to do it. And then we couldn't.
Tony says, I like Quantum class ships, but hate the Seaplex. So what we felt this Seaplex was missing is what they've fixed on the the Ultra Quantum class ships. So I feel like that observation area above the Seaplex needed a venue. It needed a place to sit and hang out, like a Playmakers, which is on other
any
Quantum
kind
class
of
ships.
like I think what would have been nice is to have like a bar and any kind of like snack venue. Now, the hot dog place was like downstairs and off in the corner.
Very awkward.
Very, very weird. Mm-hmm. And just the layout of it just didn't flow.
No, it wasn't. You know, there were tons of kids in there the whole time. They had the Xboxes going. They had the ping pong going. They had the foosball going. So the kids were having a blast. But the complaint out of our kids.
Well, they didn't have a complaint. They loved it.
Well, they loved it. But when you talk to Bri about a lot of these things, you know, our kids, for as outgoing as they are, they can also often be shy. And it's difficult for them to work their way into a crowded venue. And with 1,700 kids on that ship, it was difficult. I think, you know, we were talking to some kids that said they went to play basketball and they got to shoot one shot. You know, like it's you know, it's it was just like a lot of crowd for that week and a lot of scheduling. Bumper cars was only offered at 4 p.m., which is a very kid-friendly event.
Oh,
but a lot of kids go to the early seating for dinner, which is at 5 o'clock.
That was a horrible time. There was no good time to do the bumper cars. Mm-hmm. And like our kids really wanted to do that. We wanted to do it. It was fun. It's fun. Who doesn't want to do it? But when they only offer it at 4 and 4:30, and literally you have to be at dinner at 5, like, how do you do that? Like, you know, so we did do it. I don't even remember how we did it. But.
Same thing with the scheduling of the North Star. Now, we were fortunate enough to get up in the North Star. Most of us, Katie freaked out, so I stayed down below. But North Star,
I went up with the boys.
Fun thing. iFly, you know, again, some difficulties with scheduling, but we were fortunate enough to get in there for a minute until there was a medical evacuation and they rescheduled us. But, you know, again, prayers to that person who had to be evacuated. And, you know, I've never seen anything more amazing than that Coast Guard helicopter getting that person off that ship. That was an amazing thing to watch. Yeah.
On every level, Coast Guard for that. Because they were able to get the person off the ship. They were able to do it safely. And we know that they were flying in windy conditions.
It was scary.
Yeah.
Scary, amazing. But we did ask the kids, we said, what were your top things? And I'm surprised none of them said Flow Rider, even though Brian got to go with the teen club the one night.
He went like 3 times.
They had reserved times just for the teen club to go on the Flow Rider. And Brian went back there for a little bit. And that was pretty cool. He got to do that with some other teens his age.
I was happy that he was involved in the teen club finally, because they don't always participate in that stuff, but he was more into it. I think maybe because there were like older activities and other things that he could do, but he definitely was more involved than ever before in the teen club or the kids club. So
Julie said we did the bumper cars the night that we didn't eat in the main dining room. I thought we did eat in the main diner. I thought we went right from the bumper cars to the main diner. Was it bumper cars to Coastal Kitchen?
I don't remember. I'll have to look through our
we'll have to look it up. You'll see it in the vlogs.
You'll see it in the vlogs, definitely. It's amazing how much you
remember what I had for lunch.
I'm not kidding you. This cruise feels like it was a year ago. I can't believe it. We were just getting home 1 week ago. All right. I'm not kidding you. It feels like it was forever ago.
Well, top 3.
Top 3?
What were your favorite? So we asked the kids. So we want to know if you've sailed on Anthem of the Seas, let us know in the chat. What were your top 3 favorite things about the Anthem of the Seas? We've talked about the entertainment. We've talked about the food. We've talked about the music. Props to the cruise director. The crew was fantastic. We didn't really talk much about 270, which was a really unique venue.
I loved 270.
And we didn't get to spend a lot of time on it.
We did not, because we were busy doing other things. But I absolutely loved that venue. I really did. I loved how it converted from like bingo to like night show. And like, you know, there's people rising up out of the floor, and there's like everything's converting and changing.
Oh, you just liked that Hun Lee made a nice martini.
I loved 270. I thought it was a really good venue. I'm sorry that we didn't get to appreciate it more, because we really were not there that often.
No.
The sail away party was even there, but the sail away, this was the best sail away we ever had.
Oh, the weather was fantastic. It was
perfect weather. It was actually really warm for November. We were outside hot in t-shirts, passing the Statue of Liberty. I mean, nobody wants to be inside in 270. So we all stayed outside.
So Shayna's top three are 1, the group.
Aww.
2, most of the crew entertainment, and 3, the amazing sail away. So Shayna, thank you much for your kind words there. And if you would like to join the group next year, again, we'll be on the Freedom of the Seas on November 3rd of 2024. And maybe, just maybe, the 2025 group cruise might be planned.
I think there's definitely something coming up in 2025. But
it may be.
Stay tuned.
It may be.
We'll have to.
The details may be available potentially within the next week.
All right. Stay tuned, guys. Is any thumbs up if you're looking for a 2025 group cruise that you might be interested in? Just saying.
Julie Amos said her 3 favorites were schooners, shows, and North Star. And Julie, we understand that you didn't want to steal Shayna's number 1 by putting us in, so we understood that you took numbers 2, 3, and 4.
Julie, I'll go for you. So you go through and you read the comments what people are saying, but I'm going to say what
Yadi has joined us. Hello, Yadi.
Hey,
Thank you for joining us. Amy says indoor pool was great, and we actually talked about it. We were going to say that was a negative for us. That was because we didn't get there.
Negative for me. We just didn't go. We didn't utilize it because the weather was so nice. We didn't need to, which is surprising. November out of New Jersey, right? So it was less crowded than the other pools.
It definitely was. She said the indoor pool was great, and the bar crew in there were awesome.
Yes.
We also loved Coco Cay. Now we always love Coco Cay, and South Beach Cabana and the sail away. Nothing like cruising by Lady Liberty. That, you know what, the captain did a great job of getting us up past Lady Liberty.
Phenomenal captain.
We did.
The kids all got to meet him too, and which was really nice. But we had a really good captain. I really liked him. So Brian, little Bry, he's our oldest. He said that his favorites were the North Star. He liked getting him and Kev got to go up there. The iFly, which they didn't get their second turn. They didn't get to do whatever. And the Seaflex.
Hold on. Time out. Sugar. Already? You're all booked up for 2025 already? And you didn't book anything with us?
Stop.
We'll just have to book something with her then. You let us know where you're going. We'll come with you.
So North Star, iFly, and Seaflex were Brian's favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin said that he liked the North Star too, which is funny because both boys absolutely loved it. Katie was too scared to go up in it. She was terrified. She's like, I am not going up there. And even one of the crew members came up to her and was like, I'll take you up there, Speedy.
Oh, Joanna was so sweet.
Yeah, she's like, you could be with me and I'll take care of you. And Katie still was not having it. She was just not going to go up there. But it was really cool views. I loved being able to see the ship from up there. Kevin said North Star iFly also, which again was interrupted by the medical emergency that we had. But they did get to do it briefly and very briefly. And then the Seaplex. Kevin also liked the food, but he likes, so I guess Brian and Kev are the same, North Star, iFly, and Seaplex.
And Katie's favorites, she liked those bumper cars in the Seaplex. She said she also liked the iFly, but her number 1 is going to be the same number 1 that she has on every cruise ship.
Hold on. We said, Katie, what was your favorite thing on the ship? And she said, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream.
Now, she claims to have had 100 ice cream cones on this trip. I don't know if I believe her or not.
No. First of all, they are very small, and she doesn't really eat the cone, so she basically takes 2 bites of ice cream. But at the same time, she did not have that many on this one. She's had quite a bit on other ships. Can I say what she likes about the different lines?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
Oh, you don't remember? So we said, we were asking the kids, what cruise lines they like and what they like better or whatever. And Katie goes, well, on Carnival, I'm allowed to make my own ice cream cone. But on Royal, they make it for me. So I think Katie's vote is for Carnival because she gets to make her own ice cream cones. So Katie's favorite is definitely ice cream. What did you like?
What did I like? Well, I already said I like the Schooner Bar. I like sitting down and just talking to people and enjoying a drink and listening to piano music and singing along to the piano player. And this time I didn't I wasn't made to dance like Vency made me dance, so I didn't have to dance in the Schooner Bar this time.
Yeah, but you didn't request Joy to the World.
I did actually multiple times.
Oh, he didn't play it. He didn't know it.
Yeah.
That's right. He knew a lot of great stuff, and it was really good at what he did. He doesn't play that one.
I loved our room. I loved our room. That was
we had a great room. Stay tuned for the room tour, guys. It was a really good room. It was perfect for family of 5.
And the one thing that we really didn't get to spend enough time on, and I say this, we both agree.
We both said this. This is funny because we didn't spend any time there at all.
Daniel Field says, we made it.
Hey.
Welcome in.
Hi, Daniel. Hi, Nancy.
But the solarium, we don't typically get to spend any time in the solarium. We just don't get to.
We have 3 little kids, and you know what? Like, we're not going to send them off on the ship where they can't reach us. And, we're not the parents that aren't watching our kids. We're watching them. And we're with them.
There were some on this ship that were not watching their kids. There were some on this ship where the kids should have been watching the parents. I think.
Anyway, we both said that we both really liked the solarium on this ship.
It's a very good solarium.
I did do a short. So if you guys go into our shorts, you can see I do a whole walkthrough in the morning. Got to wave hi to Yuppie, who was the bartender in there.
We forgot about this
one. But
Amy said, how about that whirlpool pool? My kids love going around
that was really cool.
Around and around and around and around and around.
I thought I'd get dizzy, and I was surprised that I didn't. So they have a whirlpool. It's just like this round pool, and it spins, and you just go in and you swim around for they give you 10 minutes in it, and then they make you get out. That was fun.
Interesting.
But my favorites was I love the solarium. I love 270. Mm-hmm. It just happens when I talk, of course. And I really like the North Star. So
yeah. But yeah, it was a new ship for us. It was an interesting ship for as often as that ship goes out of Bayonne, and us living in New Jersey. That was definitely a new one for us. And seeing a lot of comments here about Shayna. Next year is all about new ships for them. Yadi says next year is all about new ships for her. The Icon twice, Odyssey, and then Utopia. But where I saw somebody else say something about new ships. But yeah, new ships. So we have a very exciting 2024 coming up. Icon of the Seas in 69 days. Another group cruise on Freedom of the Seas in November. We're going to plug some other stuff in the middle. Already looking at announcing that 2025 group cruise. So Richard asked if we're going to be on the Coop cruise in March of 2025. I don't know.
Unfortunately, though,
probably not.
I don't.
Probably not because of the kids, their activities, and things like that. That's not the right weeks for us. Yadi says, wait, you guys are on the inaugural. Oh, yes, Yadi. Yes, we are. And I hope you are too, because I know you said you're going to be there on Icon. So we have not gotten the opportunity to cruise with you yet, but we would love for that to happen. So we will see. Daniel Field says, we have 9 booked and 2 unbooked. Oh, 2 unbooked that will happen. Daniel, I hope one of those 2 is Freedom of the Seas, November 3rd, 2024, with the Howie Cruise group cruise out of Fort Lauderdale. But we shall see. We shall see. We shall see.
You're right.
But in the meantime, we have a very, very busy week. We have to get up very, very early tomorrow for your test. Then we have a lot of planning to get done. We have some things to square away, some ducks to get in a row, stuff. We got stuff that we got to take care of. Yachty says to them the shakedown a few weeks before the inaugural as well. Well, Yachty, if you can get an extra invite, let Royal Caribbean know, because ours must have gotten lost in the mail. We asked them several times where our invite was, and they're not answering the phone. So we'll have to get back in touch there. So Julie says, next year I will also have my first side-by-side. The How We Cruise, and the second part of it will be the How We Cruise group cruise is the second part of the side-by-side. So it just goes to show you, even if you have other cruises booked, as long as it's not the exact same days as our cruise, you should come with us. That said, let's get some sleep. Let's get everything put together. Let's get the rest of the details of our 2025 group cruise put together, so that way we can get that announced within the next week. And have a nice week. Stay tuned. Watch the channel. Make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on, because you never know when we're going to pop up and give you information that you want to know. But until then,
CMZs.